The English invented it, the Brazilians perfected it. My ass. For many years, Brazil was considered the best country in terms of football because we produce the best footballers in the entire world. Our national team has won 5 FIFA World Cups. So far, no other national team has won the same amount of titles or more. So that, for many years, we were considered the best in the world, you know. However, here in the country itself, even though football was always loved and taken seriously, you know, lately it's been a little crazy. Brazil is known for producing many great athletes, you know, like Kaká, Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, Robinho. The world's greatest player in history is Pelé, who's also Brazilian. So we have there was also Ronaldo, of course, who's my favorite player. And I think that in general, people have gotten used to Brazilians being really awesome when it comes to playing football. This generation is seeing Neymar so far, and I think that Neymar is the best of his generation. There's no one better than him, and I think he's proving that, you know, what he's doing in Barcelona right now. The problem is that Brazilians have a sort of tendency to take football a bit too seriously, and sometimes not take it seriously at all. What inspired me to record this video is a recent match between Fluminense, my club, and Criciúma for the Brazilian Cup, and the thing is that I noticed something very peculiar. There was one highlight where a Criciúma player he scored a goal, but it was with his hand. The ball hit. He actually, like, it was almost like volleyball. He smacked the ball with his hand, and it went into the goal. And he started running, celebrating it like it was an actual goal. And he even did this, you know, like sort of like saying thank you God in his religious thing. And of course, the goal was canceled because, well, it was handball. But he still celebrated it, curiously enough. So I'm guessing if the ref hadn't seen it, he would have been given the goal. And that same player later in an interview after the match, he said, no, it really was handball, I made a mistake. Okay, he said that, so why did he celebrate the goal when he scored it with his hand? That's what I don't get. Now, Brazilians, I'm pretty sure that anyone who watches football, you know, even in Europe, you don't even have to watch Brazilian football. Just watch Brazilians playing football in Europe. You know what I mean when I say that they're all very theatric. I said we're all, but I'm not a footballer, so Brazilian footballers are very theatric. Like, if you're coming up on a Brazilian footballer and he has the ball and you're going to try to take the ball from him, you don't even have to tackle him. All you have to do is get close to him, nudge him, and he'll suddenly fall. He'll start rolling around the floor and screaming and crying and whimpering and all that shit, like having a seizure, and then he gets up like it's like nothing happened. Brazilians do that because they prefer to fall. You know, when it comes to playing football, they prefer to, like, if they're in the area, they prefer to fall and try to, you know, simulate a penalty than actually play what the fuck they're paid to do, you know? And I think that's actually really aggravating, you know, because we see it a lot with many players. And with the recent Fluminense match, it was the same exact thing. Time and time again, players kept falling on the pitch instead of just, you know, standing up and trying to complete the play. It's actually really weird to talk about this in English because usually I speak about Fluminense in Portuguese. So anyway, it's actually really weird when you think about it because a country that's known for producing so many great players and has such a great history in football. We have 5 World Cups and among other competitions, and yet the players are all... It really doesn't make that much sense at all to me, but then again, I'm not a footballer, so I guess I'll never know. But I think that in Brazil in general, here in Brazil, it's starting here, and Brazilians who move to Europe or someone else to play ball, they take it with them, is the total and complete lack of foul play. I see a lot of, a lack of fair play. I see a lot of fair play in European football, you know, like, it's not the most common thing, but it's also not the most rare thing. And players actually play, you know, like, they actually take it seriously. And here in Brazil, it's too much simulation, and, you know, a total lack of fair play. And it's just, it just makes me really aggravated. It makes me really disappointed, you know, to see, because we're a country that has a lot of potential in football. So I don't know why that has to be a thing right now. I mean, basically, I guess maybe it's like it's an emotion at the moment or something like that. I don't know. He thinks that he has the wrong judgment at the wrong time, and it comes out that way. I really don't know. I'm not criticizing. I'm just stating the fact. I mean, I'm not the only one who has this opinion. I was talking to my cousin about this the other day, and he agreed with me. So, I mean, I really don't understand how I could be criticized for this video, because it's actually a fact. A lot of people think this way, you know. I'm just putting my opinion out the same way a lot of people also do. And I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I'm actually too I'm too disheveled to talk about it. I'm just trying to record a video because it's something that I want to get out. But it actually makes me so damn sad that I can't really go into much into detail about it. But I think that our football has a lot of room for improvement, you know. But when it comes to the players' attitudes in that sense, I think that we degrade ourselves a lot, you know. It becomes just ridiculous in itself. And I admit that I haven't really been having too much of an attachment to Brazilian football in recent years. You know, I've been watching more European football because it just gets to me better. It holds me better than the television. It makes me want to watch it more than Brazilian football because of that kind of shit that happens all the time. There's no fair play in Brazilian football. It's really, really, really rare. So what really is any sport without fair play, right? I guess that's it for today, guys. You know, I tried to get this out. I'm not really sure if it came out the way that you guys would expect a What's the Damage video to be about, but I just really wanted to talk about it. It's something that's been really bothering me for a really long time now, you know, and I guess that's just it, really. Normally when I record What's the Damage, I go into a heated rant and I start cursing and screaming, but this is a topic that I think I can actually just relax and chill a bit. But it's still criticism, so it's still going to go in my What's the Damage playlist. Thanks for watching this one, guys. I know I sound a little, you know, disheveled, disappointed. That's because I really am, because this topic really does take a lot out of me. I really don't know what the future of Brazilian football holds if this is the kind of shit that we're pulling right now in the present. So, thank you so much for subscribing. I recently hit 100 subscribers. It felt really good. Here's to 200, 300, blah, blah, and 1,000. Who knows?